Hey you guys, I'm here with Mr. Brian Stokes Mitchell. We're here at the press day for Love Life at City Center Encores. I mean, what has it been like jumping back into the world of Love Life?
It's been a little crazy and delightful at the same time because we closed our first run of it in 2020 only 4 days away from our opening night.
Right.
And that's when all of Broadway closed for 2 weeks, remember that?
Yeah, 2
And then it
weeks.
just kept going on. But even with the 2 weeks, we knew that was done because for Encores, our run was only going to be 2 weeks. And then they brought it back in 2025. Here we are now. And so it's great to be in the same rooms and with many of the same people and doing the show again and having 5 years of thought and world change
Right.
as well, that's come along. So I'm really excited about it.
Do you find that your interpretation of the material has changed over the 5 years? Do you approach the material differently in any way?
I think so. Some of the lines have a different kind of resonance now than they did before. And some of it is just also kind of already having it a bit in my body from the first run, even though I've forgotten a lot of it.
Right.
Coming back to it again, I kind of feel the lines differently, and I feel, oh, well, now I'm in this spot where I really didn't have so much of a sense of that before. So, but mostly there's a line that I say, the world has changed. I was just trying to keep up with it, and I feel very much kind of that's where all of us are right now, is the world is changing, everything's changing so fast, and it's about this guy just trying to keep up with things, so that really resonates with me.
Absolutely. Tell me the character you play and what he kind of goes through throughout Love Life.
Yes, I play Sam Cooper, and Sam, it kind of represents the American everyman. And what's interesting about this show was kind of the progenitor of the concept musical. When you see this show, it'll probably remind you of Pippin and Chicago and Follies and a lot of other shows that came after, because it's set in a vaudeville kind of show atmosphere, but we're following this family of four throughout kind of American history from the 1700s all the way to the present day. But the family never changes. But what happens is the relationship changes, and what's going on in the United States happens.
Right.
And it's kind of a track on progress and what happens with progress. And my son said, oh, it's kind of like, when I explained it to him, he said, it's kind of like the carousel of progress at Disneyland.
At Disneyland.
Yeah, when you go around and it's the same family, singing the same song,
Right.
but they're in different times. It's kind of like this, but where Disneyland progress is great and wonderful, in this show, it's a little bit more complicated because progress also causes a lot of problems. It causes people to be away from the family and work in other places, and we just don't have the same kind of unity that there was when everybody was living in the same house and doing the same thing, and couldn't get away from each other.
Right.
So.
It was so cool seeing both you and Allison in the rehearsal room. What is it like being able to work with your wife here at Love Life?
It's really, really great. This is actually her first Encores. She's never done one, and it was especially heartbreaking for me when we closed it in 2020, because I was thinking, finally she gets to do an Encores. So it's really great that we're all back together, and it's always great. This is our maybe third or fourth show that we've done together.
Wow.
So, and it's just nice to see her dancing and doing what she loves.
Yeah. The last thing I want to know is, what do you love about life?
What do I? Oh man, I love everything about life. Even when it's at its darkest and most dysfunctional, there are miraculous things. There are miracles all around us. There is love all around us. There's kindness all around us, and it's easy to get lost in the morass of darkness and dysfunctionality and all of the things that we see when we turn on the television.
Right.
But life is amazing that we are here. You and I are here at the same time, at the same space, in all of time
Yeah.
and all of space, having this conversation. That alone is a miracle.
Yes. Thank you so much, Brian.